forward to this.
What's up everyone, how's it going? So the question for today's video is simple, and that question is, should Battlefront 2 continue to receive more Clone Wars content? So there's many people, including myself, that agree that the Clone Wars was pretty much what saved Battlefront 2. I mean, everyone was saying this is a dying game, if not it was already dead. But then with the release of all these new Clone Wars heroes and Geonosis and the new Clone Wars game mode and new reinforcements and everything, it seemed to have brought back a lot of players. In fact, Dennis Brandval, who is the lead design director, did confirm that there is as many people playing the game now as there were at the launch, which is quite a lot and quite the achievement for this game. So I think it's pretty safe to say that the Clone Wars is what really made that happen, because it's just a fan favorite era and there's just so much that people like about it, so it is really good to see that this game is fully back alive. But another question I have is, are we even going to be getting more Clone Wars content? And my answer to that is yes, I strongly believe that more Clone Wars content is on the way. There have been quite a few teases by the devs regarding Ahsoka Tano. In fact, she was actually found in the files of a voice line of General Grievous talking to her. Many of you probably already know that. So like I said, there's a lot of teases after the Clone Wars Season 7, I believe. After that trailer got revealed, a lot of the developers were posting videos of her and stuff saying that they have a lot of work to do now, so there's been quite a lot of teases for more Clone Wars content. But recently today, Ben Walk, who is the community manager for Star Wars Battlefront 2, posted this on Twitter. He said, 6 months ago today, the balance of the Force has been shaking, the Clone Wars have begun. And he's responding to the trailer that came out 6 months ago. And he says, 6 months and on, there are no other words except thank you. And then at the very end, he said more to come. So that right there is a big hint that more Clone Wars content is coming soon. And honestly, I wouldn't doubt that there is going to be a Star Wars Battlefront 2 segment at EA Play where they're going to announce maybe new heroes or new reinforcements, or maybe if we get lucky, maybe even a new planet like Coruscant or Mustafar. But let's go back to the title of this video, should more Clone Wars content come to Battlefront 2? And I think to look at this, we have to look at the three sides of people that I've mainly seen for this game in the community. The first side, we're just going to call it the very left side, and that is the 100% yes people who love Clone Wars. They probably grew up on it, and it's just their fan favorite era, and they just love playing as it. And that's kind of me. I'm more towards the left and the middle. But then the very far right side are the people that they might like the Clone Wars, but they're tired of getting all this Clone Wars content and they want stuff for the other eras like the sequel trilogy or the original trilogy. I've mainly seen these people like the original trilogy just because the sequel trilogy doesn't have much more content that they could add, maybe a new planet or two, and maybe like Poe Dameron as a new hero or something. But mainly these people want more original trilogy stuff, and they would like DICE to quit adding Clone Wars content. I'm more towards like the 75% to the left, so I really love the Clone Wars. I want them to add Ahsoka, Ventress, even Plo Koon or Republic Commandos and all that, so I absolutely love the Clone Wars, so I'd love to see more Clone Wars content. But I also would like to see a little bit more original trilogy stuff, and I was really happy that they did add the Princess Leia skin from A New Hope into the game alongside the new Capital Supremacy map, so I am glad they're kind of mixing up different eras when it comes to new content releases. But I would love to see some more original trilogy skins like Farm Boy Luke, Bespin Luke, or maybe a battle damaged Vader. I mean, there's just so many. But overall, honestly, I think if DICE wants to keep this game alive and keep getting new players, I do think adding more Clone Wars content is necessary. They can keep doing what they did with like the Princess Leia skin, where they'll throw in some random thing alongside all the other Clone Wars updates, but it really has seemed that this era has brought a lot of more life to the game. And honestly, it would just make sense because most of the people that play this game, I'd say about 90 to 95% of the people that play this game, they mostly grew up with the prequel, so that most likely is their favorite era. Personally, it is my favorite era, even though I do know that the original trilogy does have the best movies in terms of quality and all that, but I just personally love the Clone Wars so much in the prequel trilogy. And then plus, with Battlefront 2015, when that came out, I was so disappointed. I remember I didn't know too much about the game. I didn't know really anything about it at all. I think I watched maybe one trailer that was on TV or something. I mean, I knew the game was coming out and I was excited for it, but it was at the time I wasn't really too much in the video game, so I kind of just pushed it aside. But I did grow up on the original Battlefront 2, so whenever Battlefront 2015 was announced, I was really excited for it. And honestly, I just kind of forgot that it was being released, and then Christmas comes, and I see it on sale, I think it was, for like $40 or something on the Xbox store. So of course I went ahead and bought it, and honestly I was just so confused because the first question I had was, where's the rest of the content? You know, you open the main menu, it's all original trilogy, and you think there's just some more Clone Wars behind it. Maybe you can change different themes of the main menu and stuff. That's what I thought personally. but then I realized that it is only original trilogy, and that was really disappointing to see. So I do believe that Clone Wars content is really necessary for this game, especially because we got an entire game based on the original trilogy for the last game. I think it's time that we get a ton of Clone Wars content. I do know that there's a ton of people that do not agree with that statement, and that is completely understandable. I get everyone has their own thing that they like more, so go ahead and comment down below your thoughts about this. Do you want more Clone Wars content? Do you just not really like the Clone Wars content? Or are you kind of in the middle, somewhere to where I am at? But that is pretty much going to do it for this video. We're only like 15 days away from EA Play, so hopefully we'll find out soon whether or not Battlefront 2 is going to get a segment in it. And I do believe that if there is a segment, they're either going to reveal like Ahsoka or a new map or some new reinforcements, or maybe all of those things if we get really lucky. But yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure and leave a like. And if you're new, subscribe for more Star Wars news, gameplay, and more. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one.